Hello and welcome! Guys, take a seat! We have played last time with the diary mode and the night class. With the equipment was called, I don't know, Sleeping Midnight, I believe. Whatever. He had a fourth of the achievement, the rider of Horseman of the Apocalypse. Well, whatever. But anyways, I am hyped. We are always stepping closer to finish finally the preparations for the speedrun attempts. Because today we are going to play with the Witch in Diary mode. And so, guys, grab a coffee, take a sip, and let's get right into it. This time I will at least skip the cutscenes. I will read most of the events and whatever, but the cutscenes I'm probably gonna skip those. We can still not use our blessings, although we got quite a few last time by fighting them. Or we got quite a few drops. But unfortunately, I have to beat Hard 1, or I believe Nightmare. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it means like Hard 1, Hard 2, and Hard 3. At least once with any class in Diary mode, just so we can use these. But for now, we will skip on those. And these are the three equipments. We have the Witch's Broom, which gets us a random spell card for each 2 mana cards you play, which means you can kind of build your deck around with just mana cards and very few spells, since you're gonna replenish your hand with those. And also it's not shuffled into your deck, it's like just in hand, and it's gonna, as you see, temporary. You use it, it's never coming back. The Ice Torch, that's very cool if we would get, if you can get a specific achievement, a blessing, which skips the opponent's turn if your opponent has suffered 5 chilled or more, or has a certain threshold, and it starts by 5 and goes up with always in 5. So the first turn skip goes with 5 chilled, the second turn skip goes with 10 chilled, and the third, fourth, and whatever goes up anyways by 5. And so you can just technically FTK, since your opponent didn't get a turn, right? It's kind of still an FTK if you can skip the turn often enough and kill them anyways. But what I am actually interested in is the Hurricane Staff, because you gain 1 mana for each 2 damage you deal by spell cards. And I believe I talked about this last time. That means when whatever spell that has a 1-to-2 ratio or better from mana cost to damage output will be just a free card. Or, well, it doesn't replenish itself by drawing or whatever. But the idea behind this, it's like you can simply use it. You don't have to fill up on mana cards. You can only just take those which draw you or net you more cards and are self-replenishing. And so you can, you usually already banish the garbage mana card that gives you 2, 4, and 6 mana. And others that just do nothing, or like put the cost down for the rest of the game by 1. Those cards, we don't care about them anymore. Only if they say draw a card or maybe even negate. But mostly the Hurricane Staff will be the run we are gonna take. And the deck we got with it has only 2 basic attacks. This is a minimum amount of deck. You have 7 cards, and one of those is the equipment. So you draw only 6 cards. 1 is the mana we will banish, 2 basic attacks that are garbage, 2 elemental wave that we already know, which do 2 fire, 2 water, and later 2 lightning damage if you upgrade it for 3 mana. So elemental wave is exactly one of those cards that is self-replenishing, because it does exactly double the damage as you pay mana for it. But Hurricane is the cool card about this. You spend your whole mana and deal an equivalent amount of lightning damage. So let's say you were ready enough and have, I don't know, 20 mana. You use Hurricane, you do 20 damage, and the Hurricane Staff gives you 10 mana back. Which sounds not that great, but you still, usually if you played Hurricane, you would just be empty-handed. If Hurricane didn't kill your opponent, you would just have no mana anymore, and you had to rely on drawing more mana cards. And with this, it's just, we don't care about that anymore. We just simply don't. So let's go to the senator. Have a seat. well, as they tell you, have a seat, man. I've never seen people as enthusiastic as those brooms and, I don't know, like synesthetes. Well, anyways, this is a close to an FTK. Oh, it is an FTK, sorry. If both attack cards were one attack.
Yes, brother.
Yes, brother. The candle is easier to follow after him. Teapot should be easier to catch with its size and shape. Or the broom. Where's a broom? What do you mean, where's the broom? Well, you know what? We'll go for the TK. Oh, okay, sure. Some health. So technically, again, as I said, we could go for the chill stuff and hope to continuously up the damage with that, but we could also go for flames because, you know, I really like the fire build that I found last time.
The king has donkey ears.
But you know, we will get some amount of cards to use to banish with. So even if we garbage out our deck a little bit at least, it won't be that bad. And this doesn't do enough damage. Unfortunate. Do you have another 2 negates? No, you don't. Perfect. And this is gonna kill. There you go. Now it's gonna kill. Another fire. Deal 5 fire. Ooh. Do I really want to go now for a fire build? I actually really wanted just to put a bunch of spells that to double damage and stuff. Or like the 2-to-1, 1-to-2 ratio. So I will not get the Major Flames, although I really actually like. No. Come on. We'll stay away from this build. I hope actually that I should have gotten. I should have deleted the mana, but never mind. You know, I would actually like to go for the chilled build and skipping our opponent's turns. So again, just I should have probably used that before, and this would have been a KO. Or close. Yeah, still close to it. And unfortunately it didn't end. I should have used mana first. You see, sometimes just that little bit can change the outcome. This is gonna kill right now. There we go.
This is just a momentary
And ooh, mana vacuum. That's obviously nice. And also, this has the right ratio too, I believe. Yes, 3-to-6. That's nice. Baby Dragon, I hope you drop actually your card because I really like it. It's a special card that we could have equipped if we beat Hartu just at the beginning. And what it does is that it does, the first time you activate it, it does some amount of fire damage X amount of times. And whenever you use it again, it will do the same amount but multiple times. So you can really combo off of that, just KO everything. Or if you can stall enough, this should do 4 damage, right? 7 damage. What's that? Dragon skill take -1 damage. Why did it do that much damage? I don't get it. Well, there we go. Piercing for the win. So again, this draws a card. I told you I probably wouldn't buy any of those, but when they are, or even get, take them as a reward. But since it replaces itself, I could have gotten whatever else, but this is still good. Inspiration 2. Oh, that's just one more of those. I'll take the blessing. And these are I wanted to read that. Okay. Did I take it? Yeah, I take the Dark Ritual. Well, get a random blessing. Delete 1 card. Should I delete the other basic attack right now? Or the mana? You know what? I'll delete the mana. Although the rare blessing would have been a fine choice too, actually. But this is fine. We are going to fight our first boss, the Elite Knight, which was the first opponent last time we played. But this time, not gonna be that way. So, we draw 4 cards next turn. We are gonna draw the whole deck. Upgrade fire damage. Oh, close to whole deck. Yeah, obviously, I used the card. Do this, and boom! Vacuum it up. So, I'm still gonna... Well, Hide is a free turn. Does 1 less card in the next turn. Chill 3. Double the enemy's current poison status. The enemy suffers poison times 6. So this is cool. There is one achievement for having the sum of side effects being like 999 or like 1,000 at least. And doubling poison is actually awesome to get that. But we are not going for these types of achievement right now. We are gonna just to play through this game, quite trying to. Well, not speedrun it because we would just skip every single fight, but never mind. So screen when the enemy plays the damage card, discard all the cards. So I kind of want to just pass the turn. Which, no, I'm thinking about it, doesn't do anything. It doesn't do any good to me. No, what was I thinking? Well, you know what? Yeah, let's just Hurricane, discard everything. I really should have used this last turn. I was thinking of something else, to be honest. Let's get a card, and unfortunately this doesn't kill. Or so even if I redraw the mana vacuum, that won't kill either. So I will go for Hurricane. Should I just kill him, or should I? Well, not. I'm gonna try it and wait a turn. I think I'm guaranteed to get a mana vacuum or life. A 5 in 6 chance. There we go. Oh, we absorbed. No. Unfortunately. Let me know who's the king of hide and seek. Yeah, we be mad. Windstone, deal 4 lightning damage, draw 1 spell card from your deck. This is just pure plus. Also, the fireball is just 3 in damage. So we could just advance our plays with like searching our deck, because again, you activate Windstone. If you would do 2 damage, you get 1 mana back. Where we do 4 damage and we get 2 mana back. So this is even a plus in mana economy. And then drawing a spell, for example, Hurricane. But you know what? The fireball is just too good to be true. Or to not take it. So let's see. Cold Wind, initial mana +5, enemy's shield stays half at the end of turn. That is fine for some of these shield builds. When you use a spell card with no less than 5 mana cost, deal 3 fire damage. So just another thing. And the first 2 spell cards you draw cost 0. That's actually also fine, because that means if you would draw Fireball, it becomes just a 18 damage and +9 mana as a pure economy. Mastery of Fire though, since I actually want to activate a bunch of these high level cards, but unfortunately we haven't even gotten those. So I get the Cold Wind, just for, actually mostly for the initial mana, such that Hurricane does a little bit more damage if we draw it at the start. So let's do extra fire damage, and you know, this guy really isn't that big of a deal, to be honest. He just is a bit annoying with getting double the stuff. Let's do more damage, and next turn, yeah, most probably we will be able to kill our opponent next turn. If we draw some amount of K, this is it, and if we do this, this should do only 4, right? It does. Perfect. And we can vacuum it up once more. Again, the fire damage, Also, Magic Frost just gives some chills. Not gonna need that for now. Although, you know, I got the blessing, but yeah, not necessary for now. The Prophecy is, for now, the only action card we could get, and searching for any card would be great. But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get this. The buh-bye. This is like the second assassin, just like the foreign assassin last time. This is the other like epic guy. Just with less weeaboo accent, I guess. But to be honest, the voice actor last time was pretty good, so no offense there, man. We have 17, so he has 17 life, so we will do 17 damage and KO our opponent. I probably could have done some maths. I'll get the bomb just because, again, it gets exiled permanently. Pick a blessing, get a card. Yeah, I never take the Bard card. I just don't like it that much. Blessing, I don't know, maybe just transform. Transform 2 cards. Yeah, you know what? I'll take this, and let's see what we can get for this basic attack. A Cold Snap. 4 for 6, not great. But, you know, Chill would stay there. I'll just give it again. For each 2 mana you gain 1. Okay, so this is the fun combo. This is a really fun combo, because you have to imagine, you gain half the mana. Okay, you have some X amount of mana. You use Hurricane, use that all up, get half X back, and getting a half X back does a 4x damage once more. So it's once you have Magic Staff, everything does like 25% more damage. And action +1, equipment slot +1, or delete a card. Do I even need to delete a card? Maybe if I were to delete a card, probably a Mental Wave, just because it doesn't do enough right now, and maybe later on the Flickering Flames if the level 3 elemental wave is the only fire damage. I know I have fireball, but you know, having 2 more for a not that strong of a fireball is, well, not too important. Do I really want to banish? Actually, kinda no. I can. Should I banish this smaller one? You know what? We'll get an action, just so if we draw another action later, and you know I can not buy. I could still delete a card, but I'll keep the money for now. Since most probably we will be fighting another. We will be having another event, which gives us another option to delete cards or to gain more or transform, whatever. Just the magician guy, the mechanic card giver. I want to just get the flickering flames because why not? Let's do more damage. And again, you see, I activated actually the fireball first, but it did still, and then the equipment. But the equipment was there once the fireball finished its animation, since the damage only comes when it aligns with the animation. And let's see. Yeah, let's just use everything up. Now also, this doing damage gives me another little bit of hurricane staff stuff. Yeah, it doesn't give me some amount of mana back. I guess 1/8, right? So if he said mana vacuum, not the vacuum, sorry. The other thing, you know what? Let me finish this first, and I'm gonna think about it later. 10 damage. This should do 2, and like 2 plus 4 for the fire damage, 2 for the water damage makes 8 damage, and gaining us 4 mana, doing 2 more damage. That will kill. That's not what I want right now. Maybe Hurricane. Does this kill? It's... I don't know. Yeah, it does kill. 13 damage. Plus 3. Okay, that was a little bit too much. So now we see again the powerful cards. Pick one from 3 random spell cards. Your next spell triggers 2 more times. Play 4 spell cards from your deck without any cost. This is the most amazing card. And also get 3 random mana cards. Mana cost -1 in this combat. That's a fine card to use. It's actually really fun to use. You can end up with 9 usually cards that would cost 9 mana. You just continuously keep them down to 0 mana at one point. But Wind Culling Staff is just too good to pass up. Again, we have the Porty Devil. We have already his drop, so never mind. But he only takes 6 damage. So the fortunate thing is that the elemental wave does trigger 3 times and not only 1 time doing 8. So we can get the whole amount of damage through that. And so the problem about this guy is just hurricane proof, and we even lose a bunch of mana while we use him. So actually I probably shouldn't have used it. And let's do this. This triggers now a bunch of times, and I even can vacuum him up. There we go. Damage taken -1 sounds fine, but I will skip just because I don't want to garbage out my deck, and I want to have as much consistency as humanly possible. Now I can transform 1 more card. Should I transform the bomb and just like get 1 more card instead of permanently deleting it? Because you know our deck isn't that big to me now, and as you see, I can't even give away the stronger card, the most powerful card. So maybe the elemental wave. Yeah, let's do this. Another vacuum, mana vacuum. That's not good. You never need 2 of those. Or just maybe if your deck is just so full, then yes. But for any other case, you're not gonna need it. Is there a secret room or a hidden passage? Well, let's ask him that.
Follow me.
Follow you, and is he gonna knock it? He didn't give me any. Okay. Enemies offer shield times 20. Okay, that's really fine, because imagine the skill, the blessing, which gives your opponent, or skips your opponent's turn with 5, and then with 10, that's already 15. That's just using Frost Nova once gives you 2 free turns, and another then a third of a free turn. But we will get the mana leech just so we draw 1 more card and not garbage out our deck. Also, we could build a deck around the staff, just so this staff, the Wind Culling Staff, just so we can use for really strong spells instead of waiting around. As you could have seen, just the last opponent was just annihilated with 1 mana stuff, with 1 Wind Calling. So like it's kind of like a whirling axe, but without having to pay the cost, the action cost, and also being way stronger in my opinion. So I'll use 1 mana vacuum since, you know, again, having one is more than enough. So I still have a card to banish. I mean, I could bomb this guy, just so I don't have to see the bomb anymore in my deck. But it's so consistent for now, there's really no need to. And let's add a fireball. And you know what? I can Wind Cult Staff. And if I can time it right, I can mana vacuum this opponent. There we go. I believe it worked. But and the problem is it's a bit difficult to find it out since I didn't look at how much we had before. Never mind. Also, Demon Skull, deal what damage greater than 8 once per turn. This buff does not stack. Not interesting. I'll take another, draw 1.
What would you like?
Copy Flickering Flames and Fireball 2. That's not bad actually. We can Flickering Flame combo. Pick a Blessing, delete Elemental Wave 2 and Hurricane. No, I won't. Dude, I need the Hurricane. This is the biggest damage output ever. Get 4 random cards and Wild Cook. Never take those. So we can. Should I get another Fireball? Because again, the Fireball is plus in maths. And then our deck now has 13 cards. 3 of those are draw cards. 4 of those are draw cards. And like a semi-draw card. So 5 of these 13 cards in our deck that are shuffled there means 8 cards left. 8 cards and, well, Mana Vacuum will go and the Bomb will go. Means 6 cards left. I could get a Flickering Flame and another Fireball, just so the Wind Culling Staff has a higher chance of fireballing. You know what? We'll take this. Potentially we might even, again, banish both. Flickering Flames, there we go. Tornado increases mana gain by 50%, just so we can gain even more. For each 2 turns, add a temporary counter card and never take that. Feather will probably not die, to be honest, so let's get the Tornado and run. We can still just destroy it, get an action and equipment sound. I might even do that. Copy your initial equipment. Ooh. Cold Wind and Tornado. Well, the Tornado we didn't really see, and the Cold Wind has not had any effect right now, or until now. Except, yeah, probably I'm just losing 5 initial mana. And, well, copy your initial equipment. That means having another Hurricane Staff. Doing, like, gaining even more mana. Like, yeah, we gain health mana, and now we gain then full percent, like, full X there. Also, lose Bomb 2, that's... I have nothing to lose by losing the Bomb 2, right? Just the equipment, some would equip me the Magic Staff, so I don't have to draw it continuously. But you know what? Pick a normal and a rare blessing. This is a good idea that I kept the bomb, right? Let's see. Ripple Breath, Elegance, Ripple Breath. Absolute Zero. Yo, we drew it! We drew it! Yo! That's what I was waiting for. Yes, baby! Don't add me, Penguin Zero, right? Don't add me. So again, at the end of the turn, consume 5 shield and gain extra turn. 5 more shield is required next time. So we will be transposing into a mana build if we can do so.
The king has donkey ears. He's the devil.
Yes, yes. I bet he's the devil. And with only, you see, that was 80 damage with 1 turn. Amazing. And I should really have taken that. The one card that gave me 2 free turns. You know, I should preemptively got it. But never mind. So the Hurricane Staff now does 30 damage and probably kill... No, it does full percent damage. Yeah, never mind. Exposed Weakness, next card damage. Card's turn will be doubled. This is the amazing card. If you have enough mana, Hurricane deal double Hurricane damage. That's ouch. Just ouch. And we'll do this and pass. We'll see, but sometimes you get turns like these, which are basically just passing around. Also, this guy explodes in 3 turns, so if we can't kill him, we just die ourselves. So let's hope this does enough damage. It didn't. Well, I can kill him, but I'm rather just waiting a turn. And hopefully I can mana vacuum. Not that we really necessarily need it, and especially not by giving up this much life. But, you know, this does 80. Let's Flickering Flames first. And you know what? Boom. There.
Failure is
The
just
double
the
vacuum
beginning.
was worth it for once. Get a temporary random spell. Yeah. Getting chills times 4. You see, like, the problem with times 4, well, I cannot get it. I'm pretty sure it becomes like times 5. So that's not bad. But getting random temporary spell cards. You know what? I'll take the shield. I'm really regretting not having preemptively taken the other thing. Should we get 60 coin for a prank card? Yes, always. 30 cards for banishing that same card later on. Just,
Go back
you know,
to
for a few
yourself,
turns or for a few
troublemaker.
fights, not having a good... I should have used actually those the other way around to keep the equipment on the field instead of having to reshuffle it. I should have really taken preemptively that thingy. That thingy, you know? You know what I'm talking, right? I really didn't have to bait out the negate if I didn't use any cards, but never mind, never mind. And now I'm kind of losing there. So again, you can use Hurricane because I think it just yeah, the cost is you have to pay it first, and so probably it's gonna take away your full mana reserves. So let's do this first, then let's use it, just so we help our opponent's life points. And we're really taking a little bit too much damage. I couldn't have used the absolute zero right until now. So again, shield doesn't do enough. The ice shield doesn't do enough right now. So we will bait out with this, draw a card, still give him the shield because there's no reason not to give him that. And should I just kill him? You know what? Yeah. There you go. Just kill him. I'm already at low life.
Would you like me to pretend to take a nap?
Yeah,
How
take a
about
nap.
I show you around?
Oh yeah, last time. Do I want to take it? No, okay. Let me lead the way. Let him lead the way. A chest, okay. And yes, it's written that it draws you a card, so nice. Ooh, the Storm of Code and 30 was discard all equipment. Okay, unfortunately not shield, but water damage. And so I take the Storm.
This knowledge will become
And the Storm is really fun. I've never actually read it to you guys at least. You gain mana equal to your initial mana, which is 23 right now. So this is just a bunch of extra mana, and you draw a card. Well, in this build, it's not really necessary, but you know, there's no need not to use that. And also, well, it stacks with Hurricane. So if you have enough of those Storm Tomes, you can just spam them out. Also, let's see how much damage we do with this. And we probably used the tome such that we drew one more card. So let's do just enough damage without killing him. Which is impossible at this point. Right? Right. Oh, and also, I thought some cards... yeah, there we go. Just that little bit more damage we got from the equipment was enough. So at the start of turn, draw one spell card from your deck. This is mighty fine if we get one equipment slot, which is kind of improbable. I don't know how much money I have right now, but you know, we don't need to Blazing Charge. It's a bad card, or not strong enough to the Fireball. And also the Fireball isn't even the strongest. There's one even stronger version that we saw while we were playing the normal mounts, the normal playthrough of Night of the Full Moon. So again, pick a random blessing. You lose Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual was the absorb, right? Yeah, we don't care about that. To get 3 normal blessings. And sacrifice a rare accessory, so we lose Tornado to get 2 rare blessings. And again, Tornado is, well, increased mana gain by 50%. It's like instead of gaining half an X, you get 3/4 X back in mana. So that would be actually, keeping it would be fine, but I want 2 rare blessings to see what they are. Triple your mana at the start of each combat. This is amazing because we are probably not getting, with that extra 1/4 X mana, we would probably not get 25 mana, or not that fast at least. So call up the cards at the start of the combat, draw 1 card less to obtain temporary copy of your hand. This is also awesome. Again, they are temporary, so you don't really care about them. Dark Ritual, we don't care about that. We can give this away. Witch's Stone. That was the one that adds, right? Yes. To get a rare blessing, or yeah. Touch Aura. Dark Ritual, we don't care about you. Let's get even more rare blessings. Numbness. Oof. When you deal damage no less than 10, you deal 100%. So double the damage on a giant tornado. Unfortunately, it does trigger like just with the first one. But, you know. Ooh. Okay, we're just activating a bunch of cards, but you know, this is enough. Next turn we will get, you know what, draw 3 cards and then add 2 with the Witch's Tomes. So yeah, I'm kind of assuming you are dead. Let's draw a card. We still haven't upgraded this. And let's find the staff. So unfortunately, you do take, since you activate 4 cards, you do take 1 damage for each. But nice staff, and this does 166 damage. Get wrecked. Ooh, at the start of your turn, gain 3 mana and enemy suffers shield times 3. That's awesome. We kinda need that. At least, you know, so you skip 1 turn at least. The 25. Oh, we found it. Oof. And you see, like, it costs just 1 more for 7 more fire damage, but we won't take this. I kind of want the Frost Emerald, but we are just stacking a little bit too much equipments without having an equipment slots ready. So this build has been kind of botched, but, you know, just Wind Call Staff. There you go. For every 5 spell cards you play, get a temporary random spell. That's fine, but we won't take it since this draws us 1 more mana card, and which means it doubles the probability of drawing Wind Calling Staff. Since before you had 1, now you have 2 that potentially draws you this, and potentially draws you more draw cards to draw into the Wind Calling Staff. So deck has become really big, to be honest. But you know, we are safe. This is gonna all be safe. Ouch, he took it away. He took our toy away. The most amazing staff, our special toy, has just been robbed from us. Just completely robbed. Okay, the mana vacuum. We have a second one if we can even trigger it, but actually I kinda doubt that. Let's see. Storm, you know what? Maybe? No, we can't. We won't be able to. So he has to die just like that. Getting the negate, not necessary. Deal 5 lightning damage. For each mana you have left, deal 1 additional lightning damage, up to 50. So this thing does 55 damage and gives you a bunch back. This is awesome. But now our deck is just really inconsistent. So there's no problem in mana economy, there's no problem in anything, except, well, drawing garbage cards like these. And not having the equipment slots for it. So the Twitch woman, I don't know what she does, what she has to do here in the sewers, but oh well, she has gotten 6 effective. This could be scary. 103 damage and even more to get back at it. Another Thunderbolt! Yo! So again, Magic Seal 2 is just a free turn, since until next turn, each 2 damage you take is converted to 1 mana loss. Imagine this. Have you seen how much mana we did get with just 1 or 2 cards? Having Magic Shield around is always a free turn. Always. So we'll delete a card. Let's delete the Flickering Flames. I have 150. I can delete 5 more cards technically. And I never did it actually, like this, deleting this many cards. But just paying 30 at the end. But you know, oh, also I have the Plank card. Yeah, I completely forgot about the Prank card. 3 more cards. Probably the Mana Vacuum. And I'll probably be... I have to think a second. So if you can... Yeah, I'm pretty sure actually we don't have any other event, right? So we are just before the boss. Delete a card, pick a card. Yeah, no. How about no? Get a random blessing. That would be fine. I'd actually rather get rid of the magic staff right now. I know it does large damage, but the damage output is really not a problem at this point. And also I could get off the second mana vacuum since we only have 1 more fight, I believe. So this won't be doing anything. Except, well, it's piercing, but yeah, we can delete that. And also, you know what? I'll delete firstly the vacuum. And secondly, delete 1 more card. You know, this is really the first time I have deleted this many cards with 1 go. but here we go. So just thinking about through it, this does loads of damage, this does loads of damage, and these two do too. And these are the ones that I want to trigger by the wind calling staff. Which means I kinda don't want the other cards. So Court of Storm draws me one card, so that's not bad. And also all these mana cards draw me a card, use 4 cards, or gives you a free turn. So that's kind of the same. And the only problem would be drawing these things, and also, well, Elemental Wave. Elemental Wave is just bad right now. And with no money left in our pockets, we say goodbye to the Rattler and we go down. And today, in this case, we are fighting the Queen of Vipers. By the way, this was a really fast run. We had already 35 minutes and we are passing. Yeah, this is just passing. Or I could use these, but you know what? Just pass. Take a little bit of damage and then gain a free turn. So by the way, since I've kept this, the freeze on your opponent stays. Freeze. What freeze? Never mind. Let's do a little bit of damage. Yeah, I don't have any that anymore. Let's get immunity. I mean, there's no reason not to. Next damage you deal from this card. You know what? No. Let's do this first. Then we end. This is a free turn. And if we can get 4 more. So we have 2, 4, 5, 6 spells. Why do they cost 0? I don't remember them costing 0. Is there a blessing that makes them cost 0? So, you know, if I just said yes, if I get the wind calling staff, we have a... If we trigger the ice shield, that's another free turn. So we have 2, 4, 6. We have a 4 out of 6 chance. So let's do it. Yay, triggered. And, well, it's gonna kill anyways. But, you know, just in case I could get another free turn by that. So the story about the snake viper is, the snake blocks my path resolutely. Using her body to absorb all my attacks, she makes no move to retreat, even when her beautiful scales begin to disintegrate under my heavy blows. I won't let you interfere with Black Swan. That boy cannot remain among humans. He'll be killed by the church. Black Swan will return him to his true family. Her Highness, Black Swan, is not the devil. She resists until her body can hold her up no longer and she collapses. I step over the exhausted snake and chase after the girl in black in the distance. It's my fault he came with me to the castle. I have to bring him home. So these are the new drops we got from our opponents. We have the Castle Heroes with Transformer card. That's okay. Add a return fully loaded to your deck. I don't know what that card does. And discover 2 cards, choose and get 1. So that's basically the werewolf ability from the base game. So guys, this was really not an absolute 0 build. This was a bad absolute 0 build. But to be honest, it was probably one of the best Hurricane Staff builds that you can build. And if you can't find the Wind Calling Staff, and that's the majority of games that you have a choice between the 3 cards we saw, getting the Hurricane Staff having the Hurricane Staff and choosing the Wind Calling Staff is just so a great combo if you can fill up your deck with things like Thundercloud, Hurricane, or even Fireballs, but mostly Hurricane and Thundercloud. Since, yeah, you know, imagine only having those 4 cards around, but technically you need to have enough, because if you drew these, they won't trigger off the Wind Calling Staff if they are not in the deck. But anyways, triggering them all would do some, depending on the sequence as how they are used, it's gonna do different amounts of damage, but still in the hundreds of damage. And as for all the supporting cards, Court of Storm just draws you a card and gives you mana. So as soon as you have more than 5 initial mana, Court of Storm becomes a great card, just like you would use normal mana cards. Also Fireball just as the other few damage dealing cards they had. But the Ice Shield was here only because I just wanted to transpose into an absolute 0 build for the last few games, which unfortunately was a little bit botched because we couldn't upgrade it in time, and getting only 4 chilled would not do nearly enough. And the supporting cards are searching one card from your deck, that means a draw one basically, but even better because like these are 2 wind calling staffs, or like finding a wind call staff is a guaranteed wind call staff. Finding prophecy is a guaranteed wind calling staff, and finding what's called arcane prophecy gives you a chance of getting wind calling staff. So mostly revolves around this thing. And also, you don't even have to pay the cost. So even if like some of these things were worse in other builds, or you just couldn't use it because you didn't choose the hurricane staff, it wouldn't be that much of a problem, to be honest. And also possess draws you a card, so it's not counted to the deck. Mana leech draws you a card, isn't counted to the deck. Wisdom draws you a card, isn't counted to the deck. Arcane gives you potentially the wind calling, or if it doesn't give you wind calling, it gives you a card that draws you a card because these are the only cards left in the deck. And also Magic Shield is a free turn, and technically speaking, it's not a free turn necessarily, but with the combo of Hurricane Staff, and even if you didn't have the Hurricane Staff but just enough mana, it is a free turn anyways. And free turns net you not 1 draw like all these other cards, but depending on your card draw, starting card draw, which is like 3 or 4 or something. So Magic Shield would be even better. You just lose anytime if you try to speedrun it with this. So not necessarily an advocate of that. And unfortunately we didn't get any more equipment slots, but if we could just put the Frost Amulet and put us halfway there to get a free turn, or even further than halfway, 60% to the way of getting a free turn on the first time. Also, the Witch's Tome gives you a free spell. Again, you have seen these spells. They are either draw card or they are amazingly strong. Also, Magic Staff. Yeah, in hindsight, I should probably have deleted this. Not necessarily taken, but like the 1/4 X, 25% X more damage on every card on every spell isn't bad. And why? Because Hurricane Staff. To our blessings. Again, these are really like barely triggered ones, and even if it didn't, we wouldn't have lost by it. Cross Magic is a fun idea. Drawing 1 less card but doubling. So if you have a 3 card draw, you, in a sense, draw 4 cards, right? You draw 2 and double those 4. You have a +1 on every start of combat, and the rest of the combat is gonna be the same. Call of the cards. Oh, was this? No, it was this. Sorry. This was the Cross Magic, triple your mana at the start of each combat. So starting with 20 or 26, what we have at the end. Yeah, it's not written here, but I think we had like over 20, so it makes 60 at the start. And Trample, having a Hurricane as the first card you activate, doing 60 damage with it. Doubling that to 120 damage, getting 60 back and doing another 30. So it's 150 damage outright by trampling. And Ripple Breath, just because we had enough action. And even, when you have the option to take this or not take this, and like the other options are, not as important as this one, Ripple Breath is still not bad, just because the turns in which you don't use action cards, it's utilized, and you have no downside by it. Also, Cold Word, just his Animus Shield stays half on end of turn. We don't really care about that, since it would stay anyways when you skip your opponent's turn, I believe. Because technically, it's written that you just you take another turn and not skipping your opponent's turn. If it would technically skip, it's a thing of semantics. But if it would skip your opponent's turn, it would become your opponent's turn, and then not being able to play for main phase using the cards and all. So chill would go away, because on the end phase chill goes always away. But circumventing that is the first time semantics in this game is done right. Well, anyways, was fun. Next time we will be playing the 3rd class, the Apothecary, and I'm really hyped to show you either the Blender or maybe the... Does it get drunk? You know what? I'll give you a preview. Just because. We still can't use those, but there's Cocktail Shaker, which gains you an effective and when you play effective, you gain a cocktail. Cocktail was the card that uses every potion you have in your deck. Or not every, but uses the effect of every potion. Selected Recipe, I actually never liked it because your deck becomes so random. And also blend potions together. this. We will be playing either this or the cocktail shaker. I will maybe throw a coin for it. Maybe just take the first one because that's how we played the other two until now. So anyways, guys, I will be seeing you next time with a coffee in hand and taking sips, asking you to sit. And well, I see you then. Bye bye.